RTÉ's €3.6 million IT project failure. What went wrong? In a recent revelation, RTÉ has informed Minister for Arts and Media Patrick O'Donovan that it had to write down a staggering €3.6 million on an IT project that ultimately had to be partially abandoned. This project was initially funded by a portion of the €107.5 million gained from the sale of land on its Montrose campus back in 2017. The ambitious IT initiative aimed to modernize RTÉ's aging finance and HR systems, which were nearing the end of their operational life. However, things took a turn for the worse almost immediately after the project kicked off. According to RTÉ, 2 suppliers were chosen based on their low-cost proposals, but issues arose right from the start. The suppliers fell short in providing adequate resources, and RTÉ's own resource limitations didn't help either. As testing progressed, it became clear that the product was not meeting expectations, and the timelines were overly optimistic. The situation was further complicated by the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, leading to the termination of the contract with one of the suppliers. This termination was followed by a settlement agreement, which included a confidentiality clause, keeping the details under wraps. After this setback, RTÉ sought out a new supplier and managed to restart the project in August 2022. The finance system finally went live in March 2023, but the HR components of the project were ultimately scrapped. RTÉ disclosed that the bulk of the financial write-down, around €2.3 million, was tied to the abandoned HR segment, while €1.3 million was related to delays in the finance aspects. This news comes on the heels of a broader inquiry initiated by Mr. O'Donovan, who reached out to various agencies under his department to gather information on projects exceeding €500,000, especially those that had been abandoned or failed to meet their goals. RTÉ noted that the impairments from this project were recorded in its annual accounts from 2020 to 2023, but more detailed information was shared with the minister as part of a review of capital projects. This particular project was one of 39 that fell into the category of significant spending, with the total overspend across all projects being less than €500,000. In its statement, RTÉ emphasized that this impairment is an exception rather than the rule, especially considering the extensive range of projects it has successfully delivered in the past. However, the broadcaster has been grappling with financial challenges lately, and just last week, it announced a voluntary redundancy package aimed at reducing its workforce by 400 jobs in the coming years. These job cuts are part of RTÉ's new direction strategy, which Director General Kevin Bakhurst believes will help the organization become more agile in the future.